guess what? I'm Shaggy Kudo, and I'm the other guy. The other guy's Father Jay from the St. Claw Posse. That's right. And we want you to remember where to go for the greatest podcast, the greatest interviews, and the greatest tips on how not to be molested. That's right. Run that Carnival Spirits. C-A-R-N-I-V-A-L Spirits. And you'll get right to it with Scotty Ball, BeastMaster, and Kelly Green Toothbrush. That's right. Two goddamn right for you. Subscribe. Know what I'm saying?
What's up, Carnival Spirits? It's BeastMaster, and I'm back up on here today with the 8th episode of the BeastMaster Show. We are live in effect, and it's been a great day. I'm excited. We got a lot to talk about. I've got an amazing guest, and we're going to get this show on the road. I know you guys are a little antsy. I see you in the chat already, and my guest has not joined us yet, but once I see them in the back rooms, you know, then I will I'll prepare to start that segment of the show. And until then, we're just going to take it easy. Oh man, I got that light shining on me again. Where's that light coming from? It's coming from this side. All right, I'm going to have to shut my door once that starts crawling in front of my eyes. But, yeah, let me fix that for a second. It's that time of day where the sun is trying to creep on me. So today's the first day of the year, or the first Saturday of the year that I actually had off of work. So I was able to, you know, prepare for the show and didn't have to work and then come back and scramble at the last minute. And even still, with all the time to prepare, I still find myself with last minute anxiety. And you know, it's like if I had an hour to get ready, I would use that full hour. If I had 8 hours to get ready, I would need all 8 fucking hours to get ready for this shit. But we're ready. And there's a lot to cover, as always. So we'll see how it goes. You know, I've got my notes, and we've got graphics. Hell, I even had some music queued up that I was going to play, or at least like some samples, some sound bites. But I tell you, there's so many things I want to do that I end up not doing, because it just gets a little too complicated for me to juggle all of the things. And you know, one of the things that I've been trying to implement into this show is to cast runes in the beginning of each show, and to read you know, from my book of runes over here. Let me show that to you. So I've got the bag of runes right here, and I've got the book. I did this once before on Carnival Spirits, right before I went to attend the Juggalo March in 2017, you know, when we marched on Washington. And I was nervous as hell about that. So I did I cast some runes about it. And as much as I have, like, you know, concerns and just things going on in my head, I don't feel like everything is appropriate to talk about on this show. And so one of the things I did this week was I decided to go live a second time this week, earlier in the week, and then Don Chaos was going live at the same time. So we just went live together, and that was great. We just chopped it up for a while, and I need to do that more. I need to go live a second time during the week, just to get shit off my chest, stuff that doesn't need to be on the BeastMaster Show. You know, I don't want to bog down this show with a lot of I don't know, random shit, because there's so much shit to talk about. I don't have enough hours in the day, I guess. I'm not going to cast a rune right now, but what I am going to do is I'm going to talk about some current events. I just found out that Larry King passed away. The legendary Larry King. He passed, I guess he had COVID and he just died. I heard Dave Chappelle got COVID. Asymptomatic, though. Oh, you know what else I heard happened? We got a new president of the United States. We had an inauguration this week, and Joe Biden is now what is he, the 46th president of the United States, and Kamala Harris made history being the first Black Asian woman to be vice president of the United States. It's pretty fucking epic. Also heard that before Trump left office, he pardons. This is so crazy how it's like your last day on your job and you use your power to pardon a bunch of people. And he pardoned Lil Wayne, and he pardoned Kodak Black, I think his name is. But you know what he didn't do? He didn't pardon Joe Exotic, the Tiger King. Why the fuck not? That is so disappointing. But then again, he didn't even pardon the QAnon shaman, the guy with the face paint and the horns, the insurrectionist. So crazy. I honestly have been trying to not talk about politics on this show. And unfortunately, I've been dragged into it. I mean, the changing of the president is kind of, that only happens once every 4 or 8 years. And so it's worth mentioning. But yeah, there's a lot of people that should have been pardoned, and maybe there's some people that shouldn't have been pardoned. But I don't really care about that shit. It's not really something that I can speak, intelligently on. And I don't watch the news enough, or I don't watch I don't pay attention close enough to be able to speak intelligently on politics. I admit that. Yeah, and it'll make me lose subscribers. Sure, you're right. But there is something that happens that kind of involved the Juggalo world. So I'm going to pull up a screen share right now, just so we can take a look at this, because this is crazy. Violent J responds to article comparing ICP to Trump. What the fuck? A few days ago, this is from Fago Lovers here. TheAtlantic.com put up an editorial, blah, blah, blah. It said something like, 4-year experiment being governed by the political equivalent of the Insane Clown Posse, and it's ending in Juggalo style. Some have called it Trumpalo, violently, pointlessly, handful of deaths, smearing various bodily fluids, riot on the way out. I'm only bringing this up because it's bullshit. We all know it's bullshit. And this says that Violent J responds to it. So where's Violent J's response? I can't believe The Atlantic would hire a writer, presumably for his expertise in journalism, who's that off the mark, as well as editor for his or her fact-checking abilities, who's obviously lives within a reality separate from our own when it comes to defining who juggalos truly are and what they're about. The truth is, it fucking hurts, and it's scary seeing professional adults acting like savage bullies. Sad little bullshit like this makes me question the media in general and lose little faith in just about everything I fucking read. So that's Violent J's quote. All right, Jay. Yeah, Jay's not happy about it. It's pretty lame. That's right, Chaos. Never talk politics. and we're not going to talk politics, but you know, it's like, you know, juggalos, you know, have gotten a bad rap historically, you know, and sometimes we deserve it, sometimes we don't. But then again, you try to fucking define a juggalo, you're going to have a hard time. We're all so different. A lot of unique motherfuckers in the juggalo community. And, you know, I've been a juggalo for, I would say that I've been a juggalo for almost 25 years. You know, this spring in April, Easter Sunday, will be the 25th anniversary of when I discovered ICP, and then soon after that, attending my first clown show. You know, after I saw ICP live in concert, I proclaimed myself a juggalo. 25 years. And I've seen a lot of people, a lot of different walks of life join this this family. I tell you this, you know, juggalos continue to amaze me, you know, with creativity and their passion, and also you know, their audacity sometimes. You know, juggalos don't always agree with each other. Sometimes they don't always behave, but I don't want to go off on tangents, you know, but there is a segue opportunity here, because there was another recent thing that happened.
I switched from State Farm.
Don't want to play no commercials. This is commercial free here on the BeastMasteR show. But there was another thing that came out this week, and it was a podcast by Steve-O from Jackass. You remember Jackass, right? Yeah. Well, Steve-O from Jackass had Violent J on his show, and it's pretty fucking dope. It's pretty fucking dope. Because I remember watching the Campfire Stories during ICP's House Party Peep Show, where Violent J talked about Steve-O being a dick during their brief encounters, like way back in like 2004, I think he said. And so, you know, I guess word got back to Steve-O that Violent J called him out for being a dick. and Steve-O's, you know, obviously got 40 episodes of his podcast under his belt. He reached out to Jay. They went, well, it wasn't live, but they did a podcast. And, you know, as soon as this hit the internet, several people were sending me links to this, and I was seeing it all over Instagram. And I thought it was pretty dope. I checked it out, and he said many times in the past, he said that juggalos don't show up at ICP shows for ICP. He proclaims that juggalos show up to be with each other. And every time he says that, I scratch my head and I think, you know, this is the older, wiser Violent J, you know, much different than the young, crazy, wild Violent J that I started following 25 years ago. When I started going to ICP shows and I started, you know, collecting Joker's cards and attending gatherings and all that, it was not to be with other juggalos. Now, he does mention at the gatherings, like how, you know, and then it does happen. I mean, he's not lying, but I don't think Jay either wants to admit it. He's being too humble for his own good here. Juggalos are showing up for ICP. At least this one is. Now, over the years, it has kind of become a little different. And, you know, when I go to an ICP show, dozens and dozens of other juggalos that I've been seeing at shows for decades. Yeah, it's amazing it's like a reunion, but if there was a gathering of juggalos, if all those ninjas I knew, all the juggalo family that I knew, if they were all gathering over here, but ICP was over there performing, I'd be going over there, you know? I don't know. Maybe this is a stupid argument. Like, all I'm trying to say is that we are showing up for ICP. You know, even the juggalos. Well, maybe not everyone. You know, maybe there are those juggalos that are like, ICP, they're past their prime. You know, nothing beats the first six. You know, and I got a million complaints about Jay, but I'm still gonna go to the show because the juggalos there are my family. You know, maybe that's how it is. I don't know. I am curious how you guys feel, but not really that curious because, you know, I know who goes to the shows and I know who doesn't go to the shows. And, you know, anyone who goes to the show, they're going to see ICP. They want to see ICP. So it just, it bugs me every time I hear him say that because it's not fully true, in my opinion. But this is a great episode. They talk about their experience, and you know, and yeah, Steve-O wants to make amends for being a dick to Jay. He wants to get a Hatchet Man tattoo. He wants to join the gang. He wants to know how to be down. You know, I see your comments here. Steve-O better get that Hatchet Man tattoo. You know what? I think, you know, if he doesn't, that's fine. Because I think his reasons for getting it are a little bit off. He just wants to pledge himself. Like this is like he's doing this on his show for his audience to see. He wants his audience to know that he, you know, is I mean, like, he's an addict that has cleaned himself up, and you know, he's making all these apologies, and you know, he's making up for past mistakes and wrongdoings, and he sounds like a cartoon character. Steve-O's voice is so high pitched. I just, you know, like if somebody's getting an ICP tattoo, I hope they're not doing it just to like make Violent J impressed. Like, he's Steve-O from Jackass. I'd be more impressed with him if he got that tattoo because he actually cared about the music or the message or I don't know, the Juggalo family or something other than just like, oh, I'm on your nuts. How can I be down? What, I got to get this gang symbol on my body? All right, I'll do it because I'll do anything. I'm Steve-O. Years ago, I probably talked about this on Every Saturday Afternoon. I met a girl in college. We were at a bar, and she was bragging about how she met Steve-O. And she took it one step further. She was bragging about how she gave Steve-O a hand job. Yeah, she had no shame. She was bragging about that shit. I forget her name. But yeah, I met this chick that was super proud for giving that dude a hand job. It's a crazy world. But if you have a chance, check out the full episode of Steve-O's Wild Ride, and you can see for yourself the unfolding of Violent J and Steve-O's bromance. It's pretty cool. So that's a topic off the list. And let's see here. I'm gonna chalk that one off the list. I heard that a shit ton of like confidential UFO documents have been, made public for the first time ever. And I didn't have a chance to really look into it, but I am super curious about that shit. And I want to know. I want to know what there is to know that they've been hiding from us all these years. There's got to be some interesting shit. Yeah, that was kind of a topic I didn't really get a chance to get into very much. Oh, but here's something. All right. On the 6th episode of the BeastMasteR show, I was talking to Don Chaos, and we were kind of doing a Wraith-themed episode because it was the 6th, right? And I pulled out this business card. Let me grab that real quick. So here's the business card that I pulled out because I had it just like inside of my little Wraith CD binder. And so this business card is for a company called International Car Parts. And I was talking about how, back in the day, I used to see International Car Parts, like vans driving around, and I used to see their business cards all over the place. And it was pretty funny because, ICP means something else besides Insane Clown Posse. It also stands for International Car Parts. But eventually I noticed that they changed their logo and their initials to CPI. And I speculate that it has something to do with crazy juggalos running up on those vans, giving them all sorts of unwanted attention for having ICP on their van. They keep getting whooped at or something. And I just had a sneaking suspicion that they had like a corporate meeting, and they, executive orders came down, and they just decided to change their identity to avoid further unwanted attention from juggalos. And the reason I am bringing this up is because I am myself behind one of these vans this week. And so what I did was, I pulled out my phone and I took pictures of it and a little video so I could show you guys. And I'm pulling up this video right now so I can show you guys. And I'm going to show you, not like you need the proof, but I'm just saying I got proof now. All right, let's see here. If I double click this, what's it going to open up? It's going to open up this. All right. So let's see if I can share the screen, and yeah, here it is. Boom. There it is. So I was behind this truck, and as you can see, the ICP is now CPI. Oh man, I thought that was super funny. And I'm pretty sure this guy might have noticed that I was taking pictures and videotaping. He started driving all crazy. Let me see if I can show you the video. Here it is. So I'm behind this guy, and I forget where I'm going. It can't be before work, but yeah, he starts driving over the yellow line. He's probably like, what is this guy doing? Oh, that's it. I just thought it was funny because I had just brought this up. I hadn't seen one of these vans in a long time, and I just brought it up a couple weeks ago, and then I see one of these vans out in the wild. So I thought it would be cool to share that with you. And that guy probably thought I was stalking him, but I was just getting photographic proof of what I was talking about there. Yo, what's up, Loki? How you doing, brother? I haven't heard from you in a minute. That's my dude. Man, a lot of good times at the gathering with this motherfucker. That's right. Yeah, it is a coincidence. So I am just going to shoot a message. Oops. I'm going to shoot another message to my guest and see if they are ready. And if they are, I'm going to bring them on. And in the meanwhile, I'm going to pull up another. Oops. I guess I already have that here. All right. I'm going to pull up another screen. Here's another new subject. Some current events. ICP has got this new Spotify playlist in celebration of 30 years. 30 years of ICP. Dog Beats was released in 91. Well, it says October 91, so it's not 30 years yet. At least not in terms of that release. We still got all the way till October, huh? But they're starting this playlist now. And so it looks like month by month, they're going to be, maybe updating this playlist. And that's fucking cool. There's another graphic I'd like to show you. Let me pull up our Spotify, because on the Spotify, I actually shared, Tom Wood created a brand new logo for the 30th anniversary of ICP. And that looks fucking fresh right there. And so if you're interested in checking out ICP's Spotify playlist, you should do so. And while you're at it, if you're on Spotify, oops, let me turn the volume down. I'm not really trying to play a lot of music on here, but there's a lot of music I want to talk about. But listen, if you're on Spotify, you should also check out Carnival Spirits monthly playlist on Spotify. Now, Cali Green Too Fresh is the one who puts this together. On the 17th of every month, 17 new tracks from the undergrounds on Carnival Spirits Spotify. And as you can see here, he started this last December, but this is the first monthly playlist of 2021. I'm not going to go through all these, but there's 17 tracks. And on the 17th of February, this list will update. So every month on the 17th, come check out Carnival Spirits monthly playlist. And if you are an artist that wants to get your music included on the playlist, all you got to do is hit us up. Email spiritsofthedarkcarnival@gmail.com. And we can make that happen for you. But yeah, there's some good shit on here. Some of these songs I actually talked about last week. DJ Chunk, Cut 'Em Up. Love that track. Politicize, Immense Pain remix. We got Wicked Wood from their new album, Simulated Reality. Devil in My Pen, Insane Poetry, Damian Quinn, Smalls one. And there's a whole lot more, 17 tracks. Yeah, you should definitely check out this this dope ass fucking playlist. So follow Carnival Spirits on Spotify if you aren't already. And while you're at it, you should follow me, BeastMasteR. Check out my album, Rhinoglyphics, also available on Spotify. All right, so my guest is ready now. And before I bring them on, I got to use the teaser flyer. I got to use the teaser flyer that I made, and boom. All right, I'm really proud of the way that I'm doing these flyers. I am, if I may say so myself. By Wednesday, I come up with at least a partial title of the episode. I come up with this teaser mystery flyer. I put up the silhouette of my guest. And then the morning of, well, I guess I share this. And then the morning of the show, I set up the live stream with the full title, which we've already covered part of it. Violent J, Steve-O, Bromance. As you can see, there's also going to be a calendar giveaway this episode. And it says Milenko waves his wand. Now, I'm going to show you the updated version of this flyer, and then I'm going to bring our guest on, and then we're going to proceed. All right. So do your drum roll. This is like BYOD. Bring your own drum roll. And the count of 3, 2, 1. And the guest is, oh, Bernie's Mittens. What? Hold on. All right, hold on. Who did that? Who the fuck? Bernie wears his mittens. That's not right. All right, guys, hold on. Scratch that. All right, here comes the real guest. This is a good friend of mine. And she is a talented artist, a wonderful person, a down-ass ninja. Her name is Bonnie Milenko, and I'm proud to bring her on the show. So let's do that right now. What's up, Bonnie? Whoops, there you go. What's up? How you doing?
I'm all right. How about you?
Good. Thank you so much for being on the show. You look amazing. I love the artwork you got in the background. Are those real or are those prints?
No, these are the originals.
Ooh,
these are all original.
Nice. You got that yum flower back there.
Beautiful. These also all glow under a black light.
You know what? I forgot to tell my audience when I got this Dead Canvas shirt that this shirt is black light activated. Like, I forgot to tell people that, but so now you know that this shirt also glows in a black light. Unfortunately, I don't own a black light right now. I got to fix that.
And it's a little bit bright in here. Let me see if I can dim the light a little.
Yo, look at that Shaggy on the right. That is sick. It almost looks like a Funko's Pop Shaggy. You know what I'm saying?
Is. Yeah. These were all done by Jason Maines from 8 Up Art.
Yes, 8 Up Art. I've shared many of his work on Carnival Spirits, including those, on the social media posts. I'm a big fan.
Same. Okay.
Well, this is great.
Floodlight, black light.
Yeah, it is a little bright over there for black lighting, but that's all right. We try. We believe you. We believe you. And so all right. So since I'm seeing it right there behind you now, like this is the first thing I want to talk about because I've been dying to talk to you on my show. You were one of the first people I hit up about being on my show last year when I was just kind of like, you know, planning it out, putting the feelers out, who's going to be interested.
Right.
And so one of the things that I pledged to do was to get more females up on YouTube to talk about this female Joker's card that's coming in 2021. I want to know what your take is on the very first female entity of the Dark Carnival, the Yum Yum Flower. Like, how do you feel about that?
I'm super excited. I like doing a lot of the Joker's card makeup looks, but I'm extremely OCD about it, and there's nothing like somebody having a mustache, and I don't want a mustache. So it's nice to have a female.
Well, I mean, you go by the moniker, you know, Bonnie Milenko. You obviously are a fan of the great Milenko, and he's got a hella mustache.
Right. And and I'm such a perfectionist about things. I want things to look exact and precise, and it's hard because he's got a mustache and I don't. And yeah, I really don't want.
Well, he's also missing some teeth, but I think he might be missing an eye as well. Like,
yeah, you said that. Yeah, for sure.
No, but that's dope. We're gonna look at you know, hopefully we're gonna look at some of your face painting, some of your photography and your artwork soon. You know, you sent me a bunch of pictures, and I've got those queued up. So a little later on, we're gonna focus on you and your artwork. But before we get into that, you know, I thought maybe we'd cover a couple more of these topics I got. So let's see. I already covered ICP's Spotify playlist, Carnival Spirits monthly, you know, Spotify playlist. But let's keep it on the music subject, okay? I got a little coffee here. I shouldn't be drinking this because I'm going to be up all night. But I just want to make sure that I don't. There you go. Nice. But I just want to make sure that I'm full alert here for this whole episode and not starting to you know fall asleep on my own show. You know, I'm trying to avoid that shit. So here's one of the things that I'm trying to do every week is I want to talk about the music that I enjoyed this previous week. Okay. And there's a lot of music that comes out that I guess Friday is the day when Spotify or when the music industry like dumps new music out. And so yesterday, a bunch of new music hit Spotify. But besides that, there was also you know, days this week that I enjoyed some albums, and I thought I'd share with you guys what I was enjoying. I mean, so this is kind of like a segment. This is a thing I'm doing. So I got a list, and my list is right here. Last week I had 17 things on the list. This week there isn't even 17 things on the list, but it's okay because I don't need to do that every time. I feel like nobody cares if there's like 12 or 17 or 20.
It'll be all right.
It'll be fine. But you know, it'll be fun. I'm just going to run through the list. It's not even going to be like a big thing, but so I already got my, all right. So here is, my little, you know, design. These are all Lakeland Lunacy, images that I've cobbled together for, you know, Carnival Spirits designs. Lakeland Lunacy is our homie. He does, artwork for the Juggalo community, a lot of YouTubers and artists, and he is so talented. I mean, yeah, he should be on Dead Canvas for real. Like, you know, cause he's such a fucking dope guy, for blessing us with all this freshness. And the only thing on here he didn't do was the actual BstMasteR logo. I did that, in Illustrator years ago. And that's like a combination of, Aerosmith's logo and then the BM on the top in the middle. That's actually the Warner Brothers logo flipped upside down. Cause you know, Warner Brothers flipped upside down is like BM instead of WB.
Malenko.
Yep. So let's see here. I got some music on the list here, and all right. So first thing this week that I think it was on my day off, so I think it might have been Monday or Tuesday. I was bumping Run the Jewels. Do you listen to Run the Jewels?
Yeah.
Nice. See, I'm trying not to talk politics, but I got to mention that Killer Mike is super smart about politics, and I actually knew who he was through interviews talking about politics before I even heard his music. But yeah, I love Run the Jewels. I bumped all 4 albums consecutively in a row one day, and it was a good time. And I thought I'd just share that with y'all, because if you're sleeping on Run the Jewels, you got to stop that right now, and you got to check this shit out. They're really dope.
Yeah, they're great. The first time I heard them, Jason played them for me, and I just added them to my Spotify playlist. I listen to it all the time.
Yep. Last week I talked about a remix that they put out for Ooh La La from the newest album, but I'm a new fan, so I've only heard these albums a couple of times each, and so it was really dope to start with 1 and then 2 and 3. They don't even give their albums names. It's just Run the Jewels 1, Run the Jewels 2. They're like Led Zeppelin. They just number them. That's how dope they are. They don't even need a fucking title for their album. All right. Now, last night, actually, this is a better one. So I checked this out finally. Rage Against the Machine has a live album that was recorded back in '99, and it's called The Battle for Mexico City. And I finally checked this out, and it was really cool. Brought back a lot of nostalgia for me, because I've been a Rage Against the Machine fan for since 1996. Basically the same time I got into ICP, I got into Rage Against the Machine, and or actually I got into Rage first, but yeah, this was dope, because it's been a minute since I really listened to them, and I don't know, live albums aren't usually as good as the studio tracks, in my opinion, but it is worth a listen if you're a fan.
Yeah.
I had the privilege to see Rage Against the Machine live back in 1995, and this is the craziest thing. I was in Norway. I was visiting the country of Norway with my old man, and one of my second cousins, took me to this festival where it was Neil Young was the headliner, and then Rage was before him, and I think it was Bad Religion and the Afghan Wigs. So I'll just tell the quick story. I got my way. I'm a teenager, and I got my way up to the very front of the stage, and it was on an island. It was on this small island, and as soon as Rage hit the stage, didn't mean to rhyme right there, but as soon as they came out on stage and started playing, the whole island just started jumping. Like the whole fucking crowd became a mosh pit immediately, and it was literally all grown Viking men, bald heads, beards, fucking all taller than me, and I had a disposable camera. This is 1995. I had a disposable camera, and I just fired off the whole roll. All my pictures are basically of the same 30 seconds, just right. So there's maybe 3 or 4 or 5 good ones. The rest were all blurry because I was just getting tossed like a rag doll. It was crazy. And as soon as I used all the pictures, I started to back up, and I had to back up all the way to the back of the islands before I felt safe.
Oh.
It was nuts, and it was really fucking dope. This was during their what's that second album? Evil Empire tour. I mean, it wasn't a tour, but it was, you know, that was the newest album out that they were promoting in '95. You know, and then they had like one more studio album, then they had an album of covers, and then they broke up soon after that. Funny, it's like you don't hear much from Rage, but they did kind of like join forces with I think Be Real of Cypress Hill, and they had that whole Prophets of Rage thing. Do you ever check that out?
Yeah,
I think I might
really surprised by that.
I think that was, I mean, I saw interviews. That was inspired by just a couple songs, and then they decided to do an album. They did some tours. And then Run the Jewels actually has a couple tracks with Zach De La Rocha.
Oh.
Yeah, on the new album, I think. So that's kind of cool. And I thought Zach De La Rocha was supposed to have a solo album out. I don't know if that ever happened, but anyway, what else did I listen to this week? Yesterday, I listened to this album right here, Marilyn Manson's Mechanical Animals from 1998. And I put myself on blast on Facebook because this is a true story. 1998, this came out, what, the same year as fucking Great Milenko? Like, a little after that? I never heard this album before. I never listened to it before yesterday. And I fucking liked it. I liked it a lot.
I used to be obsessed with Marilyn Manson.
A lot of people were, and I don't know. I'm weird. Like I have the first album on cassette. Okay, I have Antichrist Superstar on CD. There's a couple songs on there I really like, and after that, I fell off. You know what? I actually saw Manson live twice. At Ozfest. And it was probably around this time, like 98, 99, 2000, somewhere around that time. I saw Manson live, and he was good, but I really wasn't buying his albums. I wasn't listening to him.
Right.
There was a chick that I met in the mid 2000s, and she was dope. Like, I had a crush on her, and she had like dreadlocks, and she was just like a badass. And so I remember she gave me 2 CDs, like burnt CDRs. And, you know, when a cute girl gives you music, you listen to that music, you know. She gave me a copy of Marilyn Manson's the Golden Age of Grotesque. And I fucking bumped that, and I liked it. I liked it a lot. But I still didn't go back and check out old Manson albums I missed. Like, the only ones I heard were the radio hits, right? The Dope Show and what's the other one?
Beautiful People.
Well, that's not on this one. That's not on this one, is it? That's on Grotesque.
No, I was just talking about the radio hits.
Oh, right. I mean, on Mechanical Animals, it was like, I don't like the drugs, but the drugs like me, and the Dope Show or whatever. Those were the songs I knew from this album. And I remember a friend from high school once telling me, like, we were all sitting around smoking weed, and he was like, you know, that song, the speed of sound is really underrated. And I was like, what's that? Like, oh, from Maryland. I'm like, I don't listen to Manson anymore. So I never heard it before yesterday. And I don't know what is wrong with me. I've been sleeping on some good music.
Yeah, there's some real hits on that.
The thing is like a lot of it's like kind of like atmospheric and melodic. It's really good. Like, I liked it a lot. So I'll probably be bumping this album some more. And then, of course, in the comments of my post, the homie Coma Black started talking about Rob Zombie, and I brought up the fact that, like, I used to listen to Rob Zombie, and after Educated Horses, I kind of fell off of his shit too. And you know, you have that conversation with people. They're like, "Yeah, I like this album, that album, but that's it, not these albums and stuff." And I'm like, "Yo, I love this album. I bumped it yesterday just because everyone always wants to tell me how much this album sucks. I disagree. This album is amazing, and I'm gonna die on that hill. I don't give a shit. Like I swear to God, this album is nothing but bangers. It's got a song called 17-Year Locust on it. Every song is dope on this album, and you know what? If you're a Rob Zombie fan and you're like, yeah, but this album sucks, like, I don't know what your fucking malfunction is, because this is a dope album. But then again, he's put out like 3 or 4 albums since then. I haven't heard any of them, so it's like I don't know if they're better or worse. Like, all I know is like he started focusing on movies, and you know, those Halloween movies, they didn't really do it for me. I like his original stuff, like House of a Thousand Corpses, Devil's Rejects. Those are my jams. This album here has the Devil's Reject song and Lords of Salem before the movie Lords of Salem came out. I always thought that was cool. Like on The Sinister Urge, he has the song House of a Thousand Corpses, and that came out before the movie House of a Thousand Corpses. So, I mean, if you're a musician and then you're directing movies, I think it's cool to like make songs that plug your movies, you know? But it kind of, I just wanted to remind everybody that you're wrong, and this is a dope album. And I really enjoyed it yesterday. All right. So what else? New music came out. This is something Spotify turned me on to. Magadino, the Chemist, with featuring C-6. It's just a single. Thought it was pretty dope. Here's another release. I'm just going to bust through these real quick. Mayday released a short EP. You know Mayday from Strange Music. This is called Minute to Midnight, 59 seconds. The way that this album art looks, it almost feels like maybe it's just a quarter of a full image, and maybe they have 3 more EPs that they're going to release that show different quadrants, because you can see the Earth in the corner. The Earth on the left, and then there's like I don't know. It just feels like it's a part of a larger work of art. That's the impression I'm getting here. And it is a short EP, so it could very well be the first, just the first of more to come. But I like Mayday. I realize now that they've had a few releases out the past few years that I've been sleeping on, so I'll probably be checking that out in the future. Here's another song that came out. Danielle Jordan dropped a track. What was it called? It's called The Death of Michael Corleone. It's all right. I've heard better. Danielle Jordan used to be signed to Esham's label. He's good, though. I'm a fan. And I thought this was interesting because The Death of Michael Corleone is the name of the new version of The Godfather Part 3. Apparently, Francis Ford Coppola has re-edited and reimagined The Godfather Part 3, and that's available. I saw it was for sale for $10. I kind of like I like collecting movies, but I like them to be a little lower than $10 when I buy them. So. But I do want to see that someday. But this was all right. Let's see, what else was there? This was a track that came out on Friday. Mr. Loco, a.k.a. Loke the Smoke. It's called Check Your Game. Is that what it's called? Yeah. It features Ice-T. That's why it showed up in my Spotify, because I follow Ice-T. I'm a fan. It's all right. It's pretty good. Another track that came out, Locksmith and Lazarus collab. This is called Signs. Anybody out there who is a fan of like speed rap, like choppers, check this out. I gotta point this way. Check this out. These guys are rapping so fucking fast that if you're impressed by that shit, you will be impressed with this shit. It's not really my thing. I'm not really a fan of the chopper stuff, personally. But there's also this track called "Wicked Warrior," and this is like a chopped and screwed version of a song, and it's by a ninja called Gingerbread. His name is Gingerbread, and then DJ Lowski featuring ABK. So you know, chopped and screwed. It's like all slow and weird, and it's a remix, I guess. Yeah, you know. And then Ed OG has a song out. What's it called? It's called it's called "Blew Through the Door." That must be the cover of the album, but it's a collab between Ed OG, the Drunken Monks, Bofa Beats, and it's actually got KRS-One on there. Old school. And then this other guy, I can't pronounce his name, not gonna try. KRS-One, living legend in hip hop, and so is Ed OG. If you guys don't know who Ed OG is, he is a Boston rapper. Him and Slane were in a group called Special Teams back in the day, before Slane hooked up with Ill Bill for La Coca Nostra and all that. Yeah, Ed OG is tight. If you want to hear some good hip hop, check out Ed OG. And then beyond all this hip hop stuff, there was also a release of now this doesn't have any words on it, but David Bowie, rest in peace. You know, he kind of famously passed away, but not before putting out that Dark Star album. Do you listen to Bowie?
Yeah,
Bowie's
sure.
I don't know. He knew he was dying of cancer. He put out an album, and it's funny. This might be like a B-side, you know, something that wasn't on the album, but now a couple of years later, his estate have released this song, and it's called "Trying to Get to Heaven." It's a good song. I really enjoyed this, and you know, new Bowie isn't even my favorite Bowie. I like a lot of his old stuff, but it almost feels like this was probably a part of that last album, but they took it off because it's a little too on the nose. It's called "Trying to Get to Heaven." But it's really good. I really like the music, the instrumentation for this. And then there's also another song. This is like a 2-song release. The other one's called "Mother." I was less impressed with that one, but "Trying to Get to Heaven" was dope. And other than that, I saved the best for last. We talked about Mikey Clark last week. We're going to talk about Mikey Clark again this week. He released an album called "Songs from the Blue." What can I say about this? It's fun. It's everything that you would expect from Mikey Clark. It's not beats. It's not like you know, the shit that I was promoting earlier. These are songs. He's the one singing, and you know, it has a lot of the signature Mikey Clark stuff that you would expect from him. It's really dope. And you know, last week we were talking about Mikey Clark because he was going live on Instagram showing off old ICP cassettes and stuff, which is really dope. The standout track, I would say, for me on "Songs from the Blue" is this cover, and I know it's a cover because I recognize. I was like, wait a minute, I've heard this before. He's got a song called "Nightclubbin" on this record, on this album, and "Nightclubbin" was actually a David Bowie song, a David Bowie Iggy Pop collab that was on the Train Spotting soundtrack back in the mid-90s. I don't know if you ever seen that movie. That's a dope movie, Train Spotting. It's from the 90s. It's one of Ewan McGregor's early roles. Danny Boyle directed, but yeah. So I heard this and I was like, oh, "Nightclubbin'." I'm like, where have I heard this before? I was like, oh yeah, that's right, Train Spotting. So he's got a dope cover, but the rest I believe are all originals. This is actually like a fun album. I don't think that Blue is a reference to like depression or feeling down. I believe that this is like a reference to a political stance, like, you know, the red states, the blue states. And I feel like this was strategically released during the week of the change of the you know, commander in chief. We just went from a Republican to a Democratic president. And if you follow Mikey Clark on Twitter, he is vocal about politics, and he is not afraid to stick his middle finger out there when he's unhappy about shit. So I feel like he made this album, and if you listen closely, there are like samples and sound bites that of political jibber jabber. It's a little cryptic, but yeah, I like the album. It's very fun and lighthearted. If anything, it's sweet. It's cute. It's a cute album. This isn't like wicked shit at all. So if that's what you're looking for, you know, don't bother. But Mikey Clark is a living legend. You know, he was one of my top 5 artists on Spotify last year, just because I love listening to Mikey Clark, and I'm going to continue doing that. But so since I brought it up, this is an opportunity to segue. Mikey Clark has, where is it? Here we go. He has continued to drop bombs on Instagram, and I'm going to pull up the screen, and we are going to check this out. We looked at it last week. We're going to look at it again this week.
I'm going to keep fucking with you, motherfuckers.
It's only 7 minutes.
Yes.
Now, look, I haven't watched this yet, so this is great. And shout out to Whoop ×2. This is the ninja who's taken the screen shares on Instagram and posting them on YouTube so that we can enjoy this, because I didn't get the notifications. I don't like notifications on my phone. So if it wasn't for this ninja, I would not have been able to enjoy this with you today. And so let's check this out. Let's see what Mikey Clark. It says right on the title, Mikey Clark on Instagram, dropping them OG bombs, part 2.
This song, first person that gets it, I'm going to send him $1 million.
Ooh, $1 million.
Come on, you don't know this song, bitch?
Mikey Clark is looking a little bit like the Unabomber these days. My kind of bitch. Oh, damn. That is super obscure. This shit wasn't even on a Joker's card or an EP. This was like on the Chicken Hunting maxi single. Like, oh my God. Now, wait a minute. What am I talking about? It was on Tunnel of Love. You know what I'm thinking of? I'm thinking of I Didn't Mean to Kill Him, Kill a Man, Baby. Oh, man. Yeah, you got to understand something. I get things wrong all the time. I rely on my audience to fact check me. I get it wrong all the time. So pardon me for like getting things wrong all the time.
bitch start to dance like a snake and make roll.
That's not cool.
He's got ICP acapellas.
I'm like Shaggy.
I made it to the Cotton Bowl.
Cotton candy. Wow.
Wow, we got 20 people in the house. Wow. 21.
I can't tell if he's being sarcastic or if he actually is proud of 20 viewers.
Like, fuck this shit. Then we got 19.
I like how this guy, he actually typed in whoop ×2 in the comments. I mean, he basically got his name from this song. Whoop, whoop.
Right.
Dude.
Oh, I fucked around and then went. Cause I could give a motherfucker about looks. I just chalk up another one for the bucks. I know this bitch fat round like a beach ball. You can roll her up and bounce her off the wall. We play ball, shoot hoops, she can hold steady. Then I stick my dick down in the fat patty. Cause no one calls you home. Tell me that you're all alone. Cause if I owe to the rescue. Now here's what I'ma do. I might
I can't tell if he's like actually like manipulating it or if he's just playing like some sort of rare demo. This motherfucker says Mikey Clark is the Rob Zombie of hip hop.
That's not wrong.
It's too fat. Ain't no bitch too whack. Ain't no bitch too ugly for Super Bowl.
Wow.
Man.
Ty Stone in this bitch. Ha ha, you motherfucker. Oh, you. How did I get some of this?
Next time.
Oh shit, I can't get a mix. I can't hold a phone and mix, motherfucker.
All right. Mikey Clark needs to get like one of those like stands, you know, like something to hold his phone for him. You know, like I got one of those right here. I got my iPad on the thing right here. It's like a fucking.
I got my phone on a tripod right.
Yeah. Mikey Clark needs to invest on a tripod for his phone.
Where's this off of? Anybody know?
You can be my bitch.
Where are these vocals from?
You could turn around.
Ah, Channel of Love. Remember that shit? Woo! Sexy Town.
I don't even recognize this though.
I wouldn't have recognized it if I tried.
Intro or something? It was the intro, I think. Or did they use it for a show?
Okay, it's for a show.
What's that? I'm fucking weird. I put that in there. You hear that?
Yes, we hear that, Mike.
You can be a king. You can be a screw.
Yo, this needs to be on Forgotten Freshness Volume 7, yo.
Superstar.
Was this on the Tunnel of Love EP?
No.
It was.
No. What is he talking about? Yeah, everyone in the chat is saying no.
Make your pussy
I see JP 100 Proof in the chat. Yo, he just had a birthday the other day. Happy birthday, JP. This is almost over.
Christ, I thought you took that mind judgment asshole too. You can be my Clark.
What? You ain't got nothing after Mike Clark. You ain't got shit after Mike Clark. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. No, fuck it. I only got 20.
I only got 20. Mikey Clark, unhappy with only 20 live viewers. You know, that's pretty pathetic. He's Mikey Clark. He should have 200 live viewers minimum when he's going live on Instagram. That's facts. But that's fucking dope. I enjoyed that. I should probably show you guys also that, you know, I am trying to promote Mikey Clark shit. So this is the post I made on Instagram earlier today for his Shocked Rhythm and Damn Near Speechless 4-volume release with all these dope beats and instrumentals. And if you click through all of these, I actually like include audio snippets. You know, so you can actually like hear a snippet from each release, you know, and that's on Carnival Spirits Instagram. If you guys aren't following Carnival Spirits on Instagram, you should. And you should also follow me, BeastMasteR. That's BstMstR with no vowels. And we'll get to your Instagram soon, Bonnie. We will. But since we're here, I gotta plug some videos that came out this week on Carnival Spirits. I'm super proud of this one because I actually edited this video for Callie Green. Back in like 2006 or 2007, Callie Green was on an episode of Who Wants to Be a Superhero, and he has the footage and he tells the story, and I did all the editing and put the clips in there, and it came out really good. And I made this flyer for him. So yeah, if you guys haven't seen that yet, check it out. It's really dope. Callie Green, you know, is out in California, and he used to work in Hollywood, and he's got a ton of stories like this that he's going to be sharing with us throughout the year. This just happens to be the first one. And now here's something else I got to plug, because these are my boys from Team MUJ, the Midwest United Juggalos. They got a series coming out. When's it coming out? January 30th. So that's just like a week away. I think that's actually a week from today. So this is a brand new live show, and they haven't specified what time they're going live. I hope it's not while I'm live. Otherwise, we're going to be competing for viewers. But, you know, I'm live every Saturday afternoon from 3 to 6. So, you know, if they choose to go live while I'm live, then that's that we're fighting. That's fine with me. But the show's called That Shit Trash, That Shit Fire, and they got special guest judge Devereaux, the producer, who you can hear on Fearless Fred Fury. And yeah, so they're taking submissions. Anyone who makes music, you can send them your music, and they are going to judge it, and they're gonna give you their honest opinions. Yeah, you know, they're going to tell you if it's trash, or they're going to tell you if it's fire. So they say it's live, brutally honest reviews. Send in your art and let the people be the judge. I think this is a really dope idea. I'm not going to lie. I submitted my music to them. So I got my fingers crossed that they don't think I'm trash, but you know, I sent them what I consider some of my strongest work, songs that I've been complimented on. So, you know, it's going to be interesting because I don't know who else is going to be up. You know, I don't know who else they're judging, but you're probably going to hear some BeastMaster on this show. So definitely, you know, subscribe to Team MUJ. You know, follow them on all the socials for updates and all that shit. For that, and I got to give a special shout out to KMB, the Sexy Ninja of C Plus Studios, for having me on his show last week. It aired after the BeastMaster show, and it was like a 3-hour long video, and the first half of it was him and his boy interviewing each other. But then halfway through that episode, there's a segment featuring me where we talk about our 10 favorite movies, top 10 favorite movies. And that's really super difficult for me to do because I am a cinephile. I watch movies all the time. I love movies. And to pick 10 is ridiculous. So what I did was I chose to list my current top 10 favorite movies, not my top 10 favorite movies of all time, which, you know, would be even harder to do. But essentially, I listed my current top 10 favorite movies of the 21st century. So my list is like from 2000 to 2019. And it's really cool. If you want to hear it, you know, if you want to hear me in KMB, you know, breaking down our favorite movies, we each have a list of 10 and we go back and forth. And I hope we do it again because I have a lot more movies I could talk about besides these ones. And I can tell you what they are, but you should watch the episode and find out for yourself. You know, I'll provide a link to that video in the description of this live show after I'm done. Or you could just look for C Plus Studios, search it up, find this link right here. There's a little hot link right here. You can click, and then that'll bring you to his thing. And then there's a little LinkedIn tree. Oh, wait, it's not even showing you. Okay, because that's taking you to a different window. But you can click right here in his bio, and it's going to take you to his YouTube channel and all that, and you can find that yourself. You guys are more than capable of finding channels and pages and you know, discovering videos. So, all right, I think I got all the plugs out of the way. Seriously, we're zooming right through my list.
Right.
Yeah. Let's see. All right. So last week I did ask the audience to submit if they have any music that they would like me to talk about. And I actually did get a submission from a ninja who told me that he's got this beatboxing video that he submitted to Sugar Slam's demo jams back in the day. So we're gonna check that out. This is from John Miller. This isn't exactly what I meant when I said I want people to submit music. I meant like new music, but this is from 2016. That's fine. We'll still check it out a little bit. He's pretty good.
Blood, guts, fingers, and tongue.
Holy shit. He's like human auto-tune. Not auto-tune, I meant dubstep. Is he really only making that? That's really good. Damn, this guy's got skills.
Yeah.
Milla the Killa. I wonder if he actually got that on the demo jams or not. I mean, it was a submission, right?
Right, I hope so.
Yeah, me too. I don't know. That's really dope. He sent me another video. Yo, you guys should check out John Miller. Here's his YouTube you know, name And you know, this is just a minute, but there's like 3 more minutes of this that you guys can check out. And he sent me another video. He told me that this one went viral. Oh yeah, it did. That is a lot of views on this video. We'll check this out too. This one's called Predator Rap. And I don't know what kind of predator we're talking about here, but this has got shit. There's 2 commas. What does that mean? Is that a million? What I don't even know what 2 commas in a number means.
A million.
Yeah, is that 2 million views?
Yeah.
Fuck. That's a lot of views. How do you get a video to go viral? I got music I'd love to have 2 million views on. Fuck. 13,000 likes. All right, we're going to check this out. In the description, it says, I'm the Rastafarian alien rockin' dreadlocks.
I'm the predator. I like to use my claws. When I'm sneaking around, I activate my camouflage. You'll never see me coming. You'll think it's a mirage. If you try to fight me, I'm hard to kill like a final boss. I'm the predator. I like to use my claws. When I'm sneaking around, I activate my camouflage. You'll never see me coming. You'll think it's a mirage. If you try to fight me, I'm hard to kill like a final boss.
Dude, the footage is incredible. This has got to be from a Predator video game that I've never seen before.
It has to be. That could be why it went so viral.
Yeah, I think that this video definitely, like the graphics of this video has contributed to the viral nature of this video.
My trophy so that you all can see my grind. I do this all the time. A killer you'll never find. Got my camo active.
Yo, you guys should check this out. I mean, I'm not going to play the whole song, but again, this is John Miller's YouTube channel. I've been subscribed to him, and he's been a long-time viewer of Carnival Spirits. I've seen his name in the chats for years. So, yo, big ups to fucking John Miller for some dope beatboxing. That was impressive. I really like that. And I'm a huge fan of the Predator, so I kind of want to play that game. I mean, that video was out in 2015, so I mean, obviously. Yeah, I'm not much of a gamer. So, you know, there's probably like a million fucking dope games out there that I am sleeping on. But hell yeah. So hey, if you guys, again, if you want to submit music for the BstMasteR show, you know, we'll check it out. You know, we'll check it out just like we did with Mr. Miller, the killer, the Miller the killer. All right, what else is on my list here? Not much. I mean, I think we're going to have to start looking at some artwork. I think it's about time. You know, let's first let's go down memory lane, because you and me met a few years ago at DCG Con in Colorado, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think we met one time before that at the gathering, but it was like extremely brief.
Okay. I'm embarrassed because I hear that a lot. People tell me like that they met me, and I'm like, really? I don't even remember it. And I'm super embarrassed about that. You're not the first and you're not the last person to say that to me. Yeah, unfortunately.
I do the same thing. Don't feel bad.
But I do, because I've met a lot of juggalos. The problem is that more juggalos know me, and so they come up to me a lot, and like, especially at gatherings, you know, it's just so hard to like retain names, and I usually have to meet someone like 3 times before I actually remember them. That's just a minimum, you know. But in 2018, I went to the 2nd annual DCG Con, and that was a really dope year for me, because I attended that. and then I attended the Gathering that year, and then I attended my very first Hallowicked in Detroit. And so I have this book that I took to all 3 events, and I just had like I had Juggalos tag it and sign it, like here's Ouija Mac, and I actually got your signature right here, Bonnie Malenko, Clown Love, boom. That's from DC. That's from DCG Con, and I know that you're in here 2 more times.
Right.
From
we
the
ran
Gathering.
into each other every time that year.
Yeah, and I didn't actually find the other Okay, so that's the end of DCG Con, and then the Gathering starts here. Oh, check it out! I got Bone Road, Mikey Bone Road. He drew me a little rhinoceros in my book. I love him. But yeah, so this was my way of like a little autograph book for Juggalos that I met at gatherings and especially Hallowicked, because that was my very first time going. Now you've been to how many gatherings have you been to?
Wow, maybe 10 or 11.
Okay. I've been to 10, so that's half the gatherings. What about Hallowicked? Have you been to a few of those?
Yeah, but 6 or 7 of those. 7 for sure.
Damn. I can't believe it took me so long to finally go to a Hallowicked. It's just because the traveling and everything, I justify going to the Gathering because it's like a week-long thing. And then as opposed to going all the way to Detroit from Boston for like one night, I just never felt compelled to do that until
from Ohio to Michigan. It's just right there, so that's never been too much of a big deal for me.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you, and that's why I've been to so many ICP shows, because there's always shows popping off like in Worcester or Rhode Island or Connecticut or Maine, New Hampshire, Boston. And so, yeah, I would go to like 2-3 tour stops, every tour for years. Yeah. And yeah, I would definitely travel, anywhere from like 2 to 3 hours. I go to Pennsylvania for shows, like on the regular. So yeah, if I was living closer to Michigan, of course I would have been there.
Right.
But DCG Con was special. I mean, it was a little fucked up, obviously. Everybody knows, what went down, and that's an old story. But the thing that made it so special was, we basically had that hotel to ourselves. Now the event got canceled, but we all made the best of it and really took advantage of that time. And it was truly like a 4 Juggalo by Juggalo event at that point. It was really cool. Now, also, there was legal weed in Colorado in 2018, and Massachusetts was on the brink. Like, it was not recreational yet, but it was about to be. And so technically, that weekend was my very first time smoking weed legally.
Same.
Yeah. I mean, no, don't get me wrong. They actually decriminalized it like back in 2008, but you still, can get fined if you had more than an ounce, and especially if you're caught buying or selling. So, and there's still a lot of red tape and everything, but dispensaries are popping up everywhere over here. There are 3 dispensaries in my hometown, like right near my parents' house. It's fucking crazy. But when I went to Colorado, yeah, it was really cool. Like, people were just blazing up out in the light. No one smoked indoors because you didn't have to. You could go right out in the front parking lot, right. It was awesome. And so, yeah, and and I believe that's where we found each other out there hanging out, blazing. So we smoked a bunch, and you were just a part of that awesome experience, which is a really kind of like a small, intimate gathering of Juggalo. It was like a little mini gathering. Yeah,
it was really nice.
Yeah. And I did end up going to a dispensary for the first time ever out there. I think it was. I think it was called,
as soon as I got there.
I went to Sweet Leaf. That's the one I went to.
Oh, that's the one I went to.
Of course, I bought more than I could consume, and so on the last day of DCG Con, I was literally walking around trying to foist pre-rolled joints off to people, and other juggalos, like, they didn't even want it. I was like trying to give them weed, and they were giving me weed. So I come back to my group, and I'm like, yeah, I had like I had 3 or 4 joints to give away, and then I come back with 5 or 6. And like, what's going on? You're trying to get rid of it, and you come back with more.
But like the night before we left, I was like, well, I guess I'm just gonna sit here and smoke since I already bought it. And
yeah, we
I could not get rid of it.
Yeah, it was a fun time. I definitely got zooted all weekend long. Shout out to Scum for being hospitable and letting us have our clown show at the Roxy on that final night. Kind of saved the day right there for that one.
Yeah.
And that was a weird show. There was no Fago, but it was jam-packed. It was lit. I remember the line outside of that venue wrapping around the building, and then there were locals that were walking by, and I overheard some locals go, like, not verbatim, but they were like, damn, this is like some old school ICP days, like, just, juggalos everywhere, line out the door. People wanted to get in, but they weren't allowed in unless they had that DCG Con pass, because we filled it capacity. There was no more. It was standing room only. You couldn't get in. It was a good time. It was a real good time.
Yeah, it was amazing.
And then, of course, the gathering that year was also amazing. Now, 2018. Remind me, which one was that? Was that Hell's Pit or was that Wizard of the Hood?
Hell's Pit, right?
I think so. It always throws me off because Wizard of the Hood was the 17th gathering.
Yeah.
And that
in 16.
Yeah, so
right?
2018. Wait, so Whoopstock was 2018. No, 2017, right? That was Whoopstock, right?
Whoopstock.
Yeah, so it was Hell's Pit. It was Hell's Pit. Oh wait, was Hell's Pit Whoopstock? They all blurred together.
Oh, you know what? Yeah.
Well, regardless which gathering it was a really good time, and it was cool to see you there because that's one of the joys of going to these out-of-state events where everybody's coming from all these different parts of the world, and I've got homies from different time zones that I don't know. It's just really cool. I mean, it's a little different than just going to your local venue where you see the same scrubs from your neck of the woods over and over again.
You never know who you're going to see at the gathering. Yeah,
and there's like so many people from my area that go to the gathering, and I don't always even see them because of how many other it's just so big that I don't even run into everybody I know every year. Yeah. So, damn, if you've been to like 10 or 11 gatherings, what was your first one?
I got 2. It was in Garrettsville. I rode with a friend, and we were there for one day and then the final night.
Okay.
I was only 15, so we tried not to. We tried to stay out of trouble.
Good luck. So Garrettsville, that's Crystal Forest, right?
Yeah.
That was where we were supposed to go last
Yeah,
year.
the legend.
Yeah. You know, I never went to that location, but I've heard so many stories about it, how beautiful it was. Like, you know, I guess it was shady in the trees. It was also shady with the drugs, but
Right. Shady with everything.
yeah, I've heard a lot of interesting stories about Garrettsville. But you know, my first gatherings were prior to that, 0102, and they were still in the convention centers, and then, but my best friend, he went in 2004, and you know, with his friends in Florida, he went to that gathering, and he just had the time of his life. I don't know why I couldn't go. It's because I was working. I was working a lot in '04. You know, I was really inspired by ICP's work ethic, and I was
Right.
trying to make something of myself. I had just graduated college, and I was, you know, trying to get that paper. And you know, but it does suck, because I would love to just like follow ICP all over the world, and not work, and just be, you know, you need money to do that.
Right.
So it wasn't until 2007 where I actually had made some money and could afford to gather again, and so I did like 5 gatherings in a row from '07, '8, '9, and you know, the 10th annual gathering was amazing, and yeah, so all those Cave and Rock gatherings, and those all blurred together. You know, going to the same gathering location for 5 years in a row, it is like, that's a
Did this happen this year or that year?
yeah. But I can tell you that, you know, the first one in '07, I was blessed to be able to perform on the Bomb House stage, and that year was super hot, and you know, I was dehydrated, but I got to actually rap on stage, and that was like on some bucket list shit, you know, to be able to do that, and to have my name in the program and everything. So you know, I'll never forget that. And then the next year, you know, I didn't technically get like you know, a set, but they put me on a list. I was like on deck. So if there was somebody who didn't show up for the small stage, the Scrub Central stage, I was on a list of ninjas that they would call out with their megaphone, and I remember we were camped right there, and so this is 2008. We were camped in Scrub Central, and I heard my name. They were like, "BeastMasteR, come to the sound booth right now if you want to perform." And then they called out another ninja, and I started running, and I missed it. Like, somebody got there before me, and I almost was able to perform on that stage. And it's all good, because there was no advance notice. It was, you know, no one knew I was going to be there to do that. So I would have been performing for nobody. Like, it would have been a set for, like, there would probably have been like 5 people watching. I mean, it still would have been epic, but
It would have been dope.
yeah. And then all the other performances I did were on, you know, Juggalo run stages, because you know how Juggalos had their own campsites and their own stages and their own little clubs and jump offs.
Right.
So I got a lot of sets on those type of things. And yeah, those memories are just, I cherish them so much, you know. And needless to say, you know, the gathering is something that you got to experience at least once if you're a Juggalo. But really, like, you know, like you and me going to like 10+ gatherings, that's hardcore. I mean, there's obviously a lifestyle involved here with this that is undeniably fresh. So, you know, it's nice to have someone who actually can share these memories and has similar, you know, experiences. Because you know, there's a lot of juggalos out here on YouTube that don't gather and don't, you know, travel around and do this shit. So, you know, it's my hope to, you know, to share some fun stories with them, you know, and
Right. It's
I mean,
always fun. I didn't really meet a lot of people who went to the earlier.
well, those early gatherings, you know, were cool because they would have like their seminars, and they would have their little you know, the same things they would do every year after, but they were in convention rooms, so there was only like 400 people allowed in a room for the seminar.
Right.
And so you would have to wait in line to get in the room, and if you know, they would cut off the line eventually because the room is full, and so not everyone can get in there. But obviously when they're out in the campgrounds under the tents, that tent fills up, and then juggalos just gather around the tent, and so there's like an unlimited amount of people who, if you want to be there, earshot, you can be there. And then eventually people start filming it, and nowadays people are live streaming while it's happening. So, you know, everyone is like watching from home. It's a little different now than it used to be. It used to be a little more exclusive, you know? And there's definitely, I love seeing footage from old gatherings, but, you know, there's less of that, you know, back in those days. Less footage. You know, less ninjas had, you know, we didn't have those smartphones where everybody, this is before the crowd, everyone has their phones out. And that's kind of like a thing. But I love, you know, anybody who has gathering footage, when they post it online, I collect that shit. I have playlists for every gathering.
Yeah, I got YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I just like to sit and watch it. I love watching the crowd.
Yeah, it's fun. And then I actually have filmed quite a lot of Juggalo events myself and put it up on my channel, which is really just my way of avoiding the pit and deciding to actively not participate in getting my ass kicked. Instead, I just kind of hang back and film, and I get some good footage out of it, and you know, and
Right.
I don't have as many bruises, and you know, from.
I'm not sure. The pit might be my favorite part. Like if I don't lose my shoe at least once during the show, I don't know if I could live with myself.
All right, that's a good hallmark of a show. Yeah. So you saying you lose your shoe and you get it back? Do you actually get your shoe back?
Sometimes it's extremely soggy, but I always get it back.
That's cool. I always like how when an ICP show is done, right, and everyone filters out, there's always like 20 or 30 ninjas that hang back and just are looking around, right? They're just like walking around, they're looking around, and they're like, ooh, I found a charm. Ooh, I found a wallet. Ooh, I found a bra. Like, you know, basically it's like dumpster diving, you know, and
that's how I found my shoe every time. Somebody's like, hey, a shoe, and I'm like, oh, that's mine.
Yeah. And I love it when I see, like, there's always like a ninja who's like crying that, you know, because they lost like something important, right?
Right.
Like hat or my it's usually a charm. There's usually like 3 or 4 charms in that messy swamp of Fago, and you know, and there's confetti, and of course there's also Fago bottles. Everyone's picking the Fago bottles up. I never like doing that. Like if I took a Fago bottle home as a souvenir, it's because I caught it, not because I picked it up off the ground.
See, and then like it's always a charm. I always make sure I take off any jewelry that I love or would miss before I even think about going to a show, because I've seen people, I can't believe I lost it. I'm like, well, yeah, the crowd gets crazy.
Yeah, definitely. You know, I've always found it, like I said, I would be filming, like in the past like decade, I would be filming a lot more than I'd be in there, like, you know, just like moshing or whatever. But in the early days, I really enjoyed getting up as close as I could, and, you know, getting that Fago right in the face, and that was actually motivation to like get in shape, because if you were in shape, you would be able to hold your own more. It doesn't matter how in shape you are, you're still going to get beat up in that pit. It really is. It's like why I'm having a loss of words here. It's like a rite of passage. It's like a test of, you know, to see if you can survive the pit. And I've been to a lot of concerts where the crowd gets rowdy, like metal shows or punk shows, and you don't see it at hip hop shows, but at these metal shows, like, you get mosh pits where people are actually like, I don't know, they're actually like kicking each other's asses, where Juggalo mosh pits have a little bit more of an ethical, like, camaraderie, where you definitely have a Juggalo or two, or maybe someone who is not a Juggalo, but they're there and they're fucking shit up. And then Juggalos will all like communicate with each other like predators, you know, like clicking and just like sign language, and be like, yeah, you see that prick over there? Yeah, let's get him. And they take him out, you know, like, knock it off. Like, you know, like that's too much. Like, we would like actually self-regulate in the pit.
Right. And see, I'm 5 foot tall, so every time I'm in the pit with like people who are 6'5" and
11.
I'm definitely nipple and elbow height with everybody.
Right. You know, I'm tall, and so I would always be a magnet for people that want to crowd surf. For some reason, they always come to me because they think, oh, this tall guy can give me 10 fingers and lift me up. And especially if you do it once, like, you lift them up and then they go crowd surf. If anyone else thinks that's fun and they see you do that, then they come up and they're like, hey, lift me up. And I'm like, why? Because you saw me do it once already? You think I'm the fucking guy that lifts everybody up? Because apparently I am now. Like, God damn. And there have been times when I actually, like, all right, I need to like run around and go over here to this side of the crowd where nobody has seen me lift anyone up, because I'm tired of doing it.
You have to like move and change your identity just to have a bit of peace.
Yeah, and that's actually something that a lot of my friends will do. Like we'll go to the show together, we'll party in the parking lot, but then when you get in the venue, I don't even see them, because they're running around and they're everywhere and they're saying hi to different people. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. I miss shows, man. 2020 is a rough year, right? I mean, without shows, oof.
It's killing me.
What kind of do you attend, like, a lot of shows, like, besides like Juggalo shows? Are you into other concerts, other genres, or anything like that?
Honestly, you know what? I really haven't been to many other shows other than Juggalo shows. I used to go to Rock on the Range a lot just to see who was there. But other than that, local shows I really like.
Mm-hmm. Like local underground, you mean?
I like the local metal bands here.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Nice.
The metal shows here get intense, and I love it.
That's cool. Yeah, my best friend, you know, like, I'm talking about my best friend since childhood. We discovered like Juggalo shit together, and we would go to concerts all the time, and we go to a lot of metal shows. You know, we'd go to Ozfest. We go to, like, you know, like classic 80s, you know, like Motley Crue shows, Pantera, you know, stuff like that. Oh man, that was one of the most intense pits I've ever seen, was at a Pantera show.
I believe that.
Yeah,
I can only imagine.
But like I've seen Rob Zombie a bunch of times. He always put on a really good show. And you know, at Ozfest, you obviously get a lot of metal there. So, but and that's really my comparison. Like Juggalo shows are a whole nother thing. It's very special. But yeah, I don't know. I miss concerts a lot. I mean, I go to a lot of shows, and now it's like learning to adapt to life without concerts. I think a lot of people are hurting, you know, because it's kind of therapeutic. I mean, I don't know it is. Like I know a lot of people that I see at shows, they're going to these shows for their mental health, you know, and they're in these mosh pits, you know, getting bruised up in Faygo bottles to the nug bone as therapy, you know. It's poor man's therapy. So I don't know. Like 2020 is kind of harder on some of us than others, you know, because we don't have that one thing that has been our escape, our you know, just our way of releasing all that built up bullshit, you know, that life brings you, you know.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that artwork is maybe also a way of you know, self-expression, and you know, because for me, like writing, recording, you know, doing graphics has always been a similar type of therapy, you know.
Yeah, it's
And
exactly.
yeah, totally. So I mean, maybe 2020 was more you know, I'm just wondering, like, did you actually have to like figure out other ways to, you know, to get your satisfaction? If you couldn't have a concert, were you doing more artwork?
Actually, yeah, I did a whole bunch of artwork. Usually, as far as like me doing art, I will try something just because I want to see if I can do it. I like learning new stuff because it keeps me busy, especially when there's nothing going on and everything's closed. So I took last year to try to learn a bunch of different new skills, or at least teach myself a few things that would apply to, you know, regular life at some point.
Okay. I would love to take a look at some of your artwork, and I've got like a significant amount of it on deck here. And you said that maybe you had some stuff too, but I tell you what, I'll pull up my screen and we'll look at some of the stuff that you sent me already, because I think the audience is going to like this, because you've done some pretty fresh Juggalo related. It's not all Juggalo related, but I think people are going to like. You're going to like what you guys see right now. So hold on a sec. Let me pull this up. All right. So, firstly, now what is this? Is this a painting?
Yeah, it's actually spray paint on canvas.
Oh.
Just for Father's Day for my grandpa.
Oh. So wait, is that like airbrush, you mean?
No, spray paint. Just regular cans of spray paint.
Oh, like graffiti.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Wow, that's amazing. It's like it looks like a worlds colliding, like an apocalyptic event over a fucking waterfall. That's great.
I think I saw somebody do it on YouTube and I was like, oh, maybe I could do that too. I think that's my third or fourth one that I tried doing.
Wow. All right. That's incredible. All right. So next we got now this is dope. This painting here shows the moon, but it's like a perspective where the tree in the foreground looks like it's actually holding the moon.
I love images like that. I don't know why. I thought it was so adorable. That's all acrylic paint. That's the first thing I ever hand painted.
Really? So this is an old one. This is an old one. Okay.
Well, I really just got into painting about a year and a half ago.
Oh, so this is like a year and a half old?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been working on it.
Yeah, my mom is an artist, and she does a lot of acrylic stuff. She actually does a lot of mask making and found arts. Like she'll like pick trash up and like dead snake skins and frogs and like roadkill, and she'll like put it together in collages and make masks out of it and all this crazy stuff. Yeah, my mom is a really dope artist, and she does like paper mache and like sculptures and like all sorts of vases and vessels and stuff. Yeah, my mom's really good. Oh, now this is not, oh, you know what? I apologize. I meant to change the thing at the top to have your name, not Carnival Spirits.
Oh,
Yeah.
yay.
So now it actually says Bonnie Milenko at the top because we're looking at your work. So this actually, wow, this actually looks like just what I was telling you my mom does. This actually like, that's not all paintings. I see like real eyeballs and.
Right. I found those flowers on clearance at like Target or something right after Halloween, and I thought they were super cute, but I never actually did anything with them. So when I did this painting, I was like, oh, I could pull them apart and just sort of stick them on there to decorate the edges.
So those are faux flowers, like fake flowers, fake leaves. Yeah. Those are the kind of flowers that I can keep alive. I don't buy plants because they die and it's pathetic. I can't keep house plants alive, so I don't even try.
I feel like I look at plants and they die. So
my mom, she like my parents' house has her artwork everywhere. One of the things she does is she collects heart-shaped rocks, and there's heart-shaped rocks all over the house, but there's also like a lot of plants, and I never know if it's real or fake because there's plants everywhere, and sometimes there's like fruit sitting around, and I got to be careful because sometimes it's real and sometimes it's just decorative, and you can't just pick up fruit and eat it at my parents' house. It might just be fake. Just saying.
Fake fruits are convincing.
All right. Now here we go. This is another, oh, I love it. This is like a waterfall, and I see like tentacles coming up from the bottom, and the ship and the planet in the background.
This one was also spray paint, except for the tentacles and the boat.
Okay.
And
I
that was paint.
I was just recently watching the first Pirates of the Caribbean. Because I just picked up the bundle of all 5 movies on discount on sale, and I think it's like part 3 or 4 at World's End. This is what it reminds me of, where the ship's going to go off the world. And not for nothing, the tentacles kind of reminds me of like the Dark Carnival with the tentacles coming out of the carnival. Yeah, that's dope. Oh snap! Look at this.
That took me like 9 days to make. It's a box with like dual compartments inside. That the logo is made out of polymer clay. I had to sculpt that and then paint it. The base of it is all paper, little paper shapes, and I encased it all in resin.
Nice. So you actually like hand sculpted the supervillain logo?
Yeah.
Came out pretty good.
I did that just before the Super gathering.
Oh, nice. Yeah, man, I really enjoyed that gathering. I got myself like a supervillain shirt, and I got a bunch of merch that year, supervillain merch. You know, just because it was the year to get it. You know.
Same.
Oh, that's beautiful. So you say that there's like compartments. I don't think I have a picture of inside, but like, what do you got in there? What, do you keep anything in that? Did you still have this piece?
I still have it, and I've never used it for anything.
So it's empty. There's nothing in there.
Yep.
You know, if I had this thing, I would like put concert ticket stubs in there, or like Fago caps, or
That'd be the perfect thing too.
I would probably use it to store my weed. I would do something with it. I mean, come on. Oh,
Two little trays. There it is.
You did open it. You did open it. All right. That's awesome.
Yeah, two little trays come out, and the whole bottom compartment's empty, but it's got a little mirror. It's cute.
Yeah.
I
So
just for anything.
it's like a jewelry box, right? I mean, you put like earrings in one thing, you know,
Right.
Necklaces in the other, and then you put your weed underneath. Awesome. Oh, look at this. Now, this is obviously the Mighty Death Pop. And
Yeah.
are these bongs or are they vases?
No, those are some vases. I found those on clearance also, and the faces are sculpted in polymer clay again, but I found those on clearance for $1. They're like the paint your own set. But I hate the paint that comes with those, so I decided to put some clay over it.
Right. Oh, but that's cool the way that you know, because this Joker's card has the spikes that come out and they wrap around the vase.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That was tough. That's another one that was I just did it just to see if I could. I did a Fred one first and then those two.
So the other one that you did, was it also Mighty Death Pop?
No, the other one I did was Fred Fury.
Oh, okay. Dope.
And painted, but the rest of the vase is rhinestones, which took me about 3 weeks to hand glue these rhinestones on it. It's ridiculous.
So you mean like you like bejazzled it?
Yeah, that's exactly what I did.
Wow. Yeah, I like that. So are these things currently kicking around? Do they have fake flowers in them?
The red one ended up with fake flowers in it. That one got sold, but I do still have the white one. It's just sitting around, hanging out.
Cool. I like it. All right. Ooh, now what is this? This is obviously Wraith artwork. It looks like maybe it's a drawing and it's painted and it's got what, glitter pattern on it?
Yeah, I did a paint pour, just for experimentation purposes. And I liked the way that the red and yellow turned out, and it really reminded me of the Wraith. So I painted a little Wraith on top of it.
Yeah,
I wanted to paint the hands yellow, but I couldn't do that on that background.
The swirly, you know, pattern in the background. What is that reminding me of? Is it a lava lamp or yeah, maybe it's a lava lamp.
Yeah. I love paint pouring. It's so relaxing and it all turns out so swirly and beautiful like that.
So how do you exactly do that? I mean, do you have to have like a bucket underneath, and then so you're obviously dripping paint off of this as you're swirling it, right?
Right. So I put all my paint in a cup and I just pour it over the canvas. I usually have it in one of those like aluminum tins that you bake stuff in. That way I can just throw the whole thing away when I'm done.
Gotcha. Hell yeah. That came out good.
Thank you.
All right. Now, ooh, what is this? These are a bunch of little containers. Yeah. I see MILENKO. I see a Juggalette Hatchet Girl. I see Hatchet Man. Now, the one in the middle, it looks like it's a dragon's eye or something. Tell me about that one.
Yes. That dragon's eye, that's the first box that I made with clay. And the eyeball, I had a marble, like one of the half marbles from an aquarium. And I saw it and I was like, ooh, this would make a great eye. So I painted the eye onto the back of the marble and baked it into the clay. And that's the first dragon eye I ever made too.
Nice. I like the actual coffin container on the left. That's a little coffin.
All of those are fully made out of resin when I was learning how to cast resin molds and make my own resin mold.
So is there a little corpse in that coffin?
Actually, there's a little plastic skeleton in there.
I was kidding, but that's awesome. Hell yeah. All right. I'm multitasking while we're looking at these. Oh, nice. This is a close-up on the dragon eye. Very cool.
Yeah. That was tough. I thought it would be a lot easier than that, but eyes are complex.
Mm-hmm. Still, it came out good. All right. Next, we got this one. I need to make a little bigger. Let me.
I think we looked at that one first.
Oh, did we? You know what? I guess I had it on here twice. Ooh, nice. Fago cotton candy.
Yes, that's a little ceramic jewelry box that I also bejeweled. I got really into rhinestones for a minute. I'm not sure why.
That's what's up.
Cotton candy Fago is also my favorite, so I couldn't help it.
It's I mean, it's a huge. The picture is like zoomed in, but how big is that actually? Is that tiny?
It's a decent size. I'd say that it's about 4 inches across and about 2.5 inches deep.
Okay.
Just a little ceramic trinket box.
Did you see Fago's post where they called those rappers legends, and then the mayhem in the comments afterwards? Super funny. You know, it's weird because they claim that they don't endorse artists. Like they just put out the statement, we don't endorse artists. But the original picture, you know, it actually had a comment, or it actually had a caption that said sponsored. I don't know. It's a little sus, if you ask me. Oh, now what is this we're looking at?
That is also another jewelry box. It has real eyelashes too.
What do you mean? The eyelashes on that eye are real eyelashes? Are they your eyelashes?
Well, they're human hair.
All right, enough said. We don't need to know where you got the human hair. This is like the Ding Ding doll of box art.
Right. I mean, don't ask about the teeth either. Just it's a situation.
Oh shit! Oh shit! So you could sell this on the dark web. I didn't even realize that there were teeth around. Oh my goodness! So this eyeball is inside a mouth.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's a nostril with. Oh my goodness! It's all coming together now. And wow, this thing gets creepier the more I look at it.
It's just a reminder to watch your mouth, or you'll let the bad things out.
Damn, that's deep. I like it. All right. Oh, now here we go. This is a little different. This looks like actual sketching with color pencils.
Yes, that's my very first colored pencil drawing.
Wow, it came out great. Who's your subject matter there?
But yeah, I was working on that on my way to the DCG Con in Colorado.
Nice. Oh, so what? You like did this in the airport or something?
Yeah, I did that on the plane ride there.
Wow, that's awesome. All right. Oh wow, that's a really good moon. You got a pro.
Thank you. The moon, the whole background spray paint, and the branches and the bird are acrylic paint. I tried that once before with some really cheap dollar store paint that I had, and that was my second attempt at that picture.
Okay. I have to mention that the bird, it reminds me of the crow that sits on the wraith's shoulder.
That's what I was looking at when I did it, because I was like, what looks like a bird that I can use as a reference?
Yeah, these are things only juggalos would think of, but I think it's pretty clear that the influence is crystal clear. Dope. No, but the just the detail in the moon itself, like it really even feels like an orb. You know, you got the shadows and everything just right.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I wasn't sure if it was going to turn out good or not. I just knew I was going to keep working on it till it looked like something.
No, I think you hit it out of the park. So I only got 2 more on my list. 2 more images here. Let's see. Oh, so what is this one? Oh, it says gather. Nice.
It's one of those shadow boxes from the craft store when they put those out for like Thanksgiving and stuff. I took it all apart and repainted everything.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Stuff like that.
That's interesting. Yeah, I'm kind of inspired, because I mean, like just seeing this type of stuff, like, I almost feel like maybe I should start trying to do more physical art, because I mean, I don't know. I do a lot of digital manipulation. I do a lot of photoshopping and, but when I was younger, I used to do more, pen and ink and sketching and painting, not so much. I took painting classes in college, but I had issues with color. I don't know, but seeing stuff like this, like I have ideas popping up in my head. Like this is very inspiring.
The best thing to do is like take a trip to the thrift store and find something you like and then make it look better.
That's what I'm saying. Like, cause I do notice that maybe the thrift store or like, you go to stores that, like AC Moore. I don't know if you have those out in Ohio. But it's like art supply stores, art supply stores where you get your canvases and brushes and pens and pencils. They'll have like, things like this, like, wooden boxes that you can paint on and stuff, like nesting dolls and stuff like that.
Right. And those boxes turn out to be super cheap and you can make the coolest stuff with them.
Dope. All right. We got one more. Oh, I know what this is. Is that Krampus?
Yes.
No, it looks like he's got a little kid.
My mom can't stand it, but hang on. This is Mama Milenko, and she is the Krampus, and she also hates the Krampus.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all, and I'm about to knock her out for even having that up there. I just needed to say that one good time today. No.
Oh.
Sorry for the interruption.
All right. That's
I do that specifically for her, just to drive her crazy.
that's sweet. Mama Malenko does not approve of Krampus, but that's okay. Yeah, the last time I was in Salem, like haunted Salem here in Massachusetts, I picked up a little statuette of a rhinoceros that almost looked like not a voodoo doll, but you know, like that Korn album that looks, you know, I guess it is a voodoo doll, like a little stitched doll.
Handmade figure.
Yeah, yeah. So it's a little like figurine of a rhinoceros version of that. And then my friend picked up a little Krampus that it was like a little statuette figure that was very similar to this, you know, as her souvenir for coming to Salem. So,
That's awesome.
did you ever see the Krampus movie they put out a few years ago?
I haven't. I keep telling myself that I'm gonna watch it, and then I don't know why I haven't seen it yet.
It's all right. There's a really cool scene where all these gingerbread men come to life and they're murderous, and it's pretty dope.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite scene in the movie. But it's like a Christmas horror movie, you know.
Right.
Obviously, and there's a whole bunch of sequels too that I haven't seen, but yeah, Krampus is dope. Well, that's all I have for artwork that you sent me, and so we do have more to look at though, and we have a half an hour left in the show, so I think we have enough time to basically, if you have anything else to share, we can look at that. But I think we also need to we need to handle this giveaway. We can't.
Yeah. We're gonna do the giveaway.
Yeah, and we're doing 2 giveaways, so we should probably like introduce the giveaway now to give live viewers an opportunity to enter this giveaway, because one way you can win is we're going to pick one winner right here on the live show, and then the other winner will determine next week. So let me go grab the package, and because every week I open up some mail, and I got a package that I've been saving specifically for this episode for you to be here to while I open it. And so yeah, let me go grab that. All right, so here is the package, and so besides your personal artwork and your modeling, which we haven't even looked at yet, you are also a part of the what is it, the WBN, which is the official Wicked Beautiful Ninjettes. Is that right?
Yes, Wickedly Beautiful Ninjet on Facebook and Instagram.
Wickedly Beautiful Ninjettes. All right. So let me first pull that up, because give everybody an opportunity to see. I've got the Instagram here, not the Facebook, but I follow Juggalo accounts from Carnival Spirits, and I've been following this account, and of course there's a lot of chicks on this page, but
yeah.
You're on here too, somewhere. I don't know how recently.
Somewhere.
Yeah. Oh, here you are.
I posted to the Facebook recently.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you actually have access to this account, or is it all is your stuff kind of is somebody else adminning, being an admin and sharing your work from your account?
Yeah, we're allowed to log in and share our own photos. I don't really have a lot of time to do that. I do post on the Facebook page, but Kayla usually shares mine to the Instagram for me because she's awesome.
Gotcha. Yeah, so this is the most recent one. This is just from a week ago.
Yeah.
That's an awesome photo. Now, one of the things that I thought of doing is I wanted to like when I realized that you were involved with this, and then I saw that they did a calendar for 2021. So when I locked you in as a guest for my show, that is when I decided that I would buy one of the calendars, and that's what I've got here, and that's what we're going to give away. I actually pre-purchased 2 other calendars that we're going to give away to the live audience and to whoever goes, and you have to like follow either the Instagram or the Facebook accounts for the Wickedly Ninja, the Wickedly Beautiful Ninjettes pages, and I guess maybe we should have them like take a screenshot of them following it and send it to Carnival Spirits, because that's the only way I'm going to know if you enter.
Right.
Yeah. So
yes, definitely take a screenshot.
Right. So let's I know if I scroll down enough, I'm going to actually find the calendars because they're on here. That's where I found them myself. And it can't be that far because it was, we're still in January. Okay, so here's one post, and this one was posted December 18th. So hold on, there's got to be maybe I missed it.
Maybe. I know I posted it a few times on my page, but I'm not really sure when the last time it was posted on the Instagram page for WBN.
Well, I know that they posted like a lot of the models. Oh, okay. I think if I just go a little further, I'm going to find it because there was a ton of them. Okay, here we go. This is what I was looking for. So the calendars, they come as prints and they also come as posters. I obviously got the prints, not the poster. Okay, so let me open this up. I've got my trusty BstMstR knife, and I always open my mail with this. I gotta be careful. I don't want to damage the calendar. I also don't want to lose a finger. All right. So, ooh, there's some other things in here. Whoa. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, cool. There's some stickers in here. I got some stickers too. That's dope. That is a tiny sticker. Oh,
I keep one on the back of my phone.
Look at this. I got a little heart lollipop. I hope that this is like at least cannabis infused. Probably not. Oh, you know what? Like, it's been folded, so it's actually bigger than it looks because it's been folded. Oh, that's all right. So this is like a decal. Oh, and you can see on the screen. So I got one of the decals here. That's dope.
The decals are super cute.
And then there's a little. This is like a little thank you card that Kayla sent me. It says, "We appreciate your support. Super excited for our calendar giveaway. Much motherfucking wicked clown love. Wickedly beautiful Ninjettes 2021." So this is a little thank you card from Kayla. And now I got my calendars here, and so it's actually this is one version of the calendar that features everybody, right? And then I got another one, which is yours. So
yes, one of my best friends.
Oh, I think you're frozen. There you go. You're back.
Yeah. All right.
So what were you saying? Were you talking about this photo shoot?
Yeah, one of my very best friends took that photo for me. There's a few of those pictures on my Instagram, but did a great job. Local.
Hell yeah. You're back. Yeah, so I picked up 2 calendars for myself, and I actually prepaid for 2 more calendars. And what that means is that whoever wins the giveaway, you actually get to choose your calendar. That means you can pick up a calendar with everyone on it, or you can choose your favorite wickedly beautiful ninjette, and Kayla is going to send you the calendar that you choose. So, and there are, I guess, 12 to choose from, right? Because there's one for each month of the year.
There's way more than 12, but yeah, essentially, I mean, there's so many girls that are on the page now. I'm not really sure who all got their calendars done.
Well, I think
but
this
there's
is it right
plenty
here.
to choose from.
This is it right here. These are the actual calendar photos right here. So, yeah, you can choose between these images that you can see right here on the screen, and I've already paid for these, so we need to figure out a way to, we've got like 20 minutes left of the show. I guess whoever is watching right now, if you would like to win a free calendar, you got to sound off in the chat. All right?
Yeah.
Like, speak now or forever hold your peace. If you would like to get a free wickedly beautiful ninja calendar, you can choose from, everyone here, or you can actually pick your favorite model, and you can get yourself a print, a free calendar of your model of your choice. Okay. And so that's one way to win a calendar. And we're going to pick a winner before we end the show. But then the second way that you can win a calendar is by going to the Instagram or the Facebook page and liking the page, and take a screenshot and send it to me at Carnival Spirits, whether it's you inbox it, or you could post it publicly and tag us. You can send it to us on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter. You can send it to BeastMasteR Facebook or Instagram, but you got to prove that you're following the wickedly beautiful ninjettes. And whoever does that will be entered into a raffle. We'll do a drawing, and so I'm assuming that you guys are entering here. So we got a couple whoops. I'm gonna consider this an entry. All right. We got Jazz. All right. So I see 2 entries right here. Yeah. Definitely give me a whoop in the chat, or tell me that you want to win a calendar, and then we'll do a drawing at the end of the episode here. And I feel like the only way that we're going to be able to actually get people to go and follow those pages and enter this giveaway is if I actually take the segment that we're talking about it, and I'm going to repost this on Carnival Spirits social media, so that all of Carnival Spirits followers have an ability to win a calendar by following the WBN. But only those of you who are watching right now live are going to be able to win a calendar, are also going to be able to win. So here we go. The Ghetto Freak Show is entered. All right. So far, that's 3 of y'all. And I'll be honest with you, you guys can enter twice. You enter right now, and if you go follow one of the Facebook or the Instagram accounts, you're entered a second time. So you could potentially, you know, you could choose to get your calendar like this, and then you could get one of Bonnie's or one of these other ladies' prints, one of these other ninjettes, right? And I gotta say, there's some fine ninjettes here. Can we see some close-ups of some of these? Let's look at some of these here.
Fine.
Here we go. These are some of the choices that you have. All right. If you win, you could get a calendar from, I don't even know how to, I guess her name is Inklet.
Inklet. Gypsy is my favorite.
This is Jordan Marie. This is Insane Butterfly. She's cute.
Yeah.
Oh, I like Miss Satan.
Me too.
This is Ms. Killa. Then we got Harley Pie. That's a dope name, Harley Pie. Then we got Jess. Oh, this is Lithium Queen. Yo, this is my boy, Mr. Mackenhose's lady. I know her. Kelly Kruger. Yeah, she's cute. Now I like that Scarface shirt she's wearing. Then we got Bree Nicole. This is Brittany Queen 31. X Tina, or is that how you say it? X Tina.
I hope so, because that's what I call her. I hope so.
That's what it says. It says X Tina.
X Tina.
Then you got
Cher.
Cher.
Also one of my favorites. She's so cute.
And then we got Marley Rose. That's a dope photo. Whoever took this photo is a dope photographer.
She's got awesome photos.
Wow, just look at the light on her face. It's like, I don't even know it. Like, she must be in like an arcade or something, because that's fucking dope. And then this is Kayla. She must maybe she's the founder, and she runs the pages.
Yep, she's the boss lady.
The boss lady. And then you got Detox. Detox. That's a funny name. And then you got Talia. And we got Cyanide. Boy, all these names are great. Oh, and there you are, Bon Bon. Is that a nickname you go by? Do you go by Bon Bon?
I literally answer to whatever people call me.
All right.
Sometimes it's Bon, sometimes it's Bon Bon.
Mm-hmm. Well, I love your hair in this picture. It's like a frohawk or something like that. So
I'm in love with mohawks.
Now your hair is kind of longer now. This was a while ago, I guess, huh?
Oh, this is weave.
Oh, okay. I don't know how that works, because this is natural. This right here is natural Viking hair. I don't do the weave thing.
I can't control my own hair because I'm lazy. So I usually keep it pretty hidden.
Right. Well, you know what? If you didn't tell me that, like, you had me fooled. Like, I'm oblivious to, girls are sneaky. Like, nothing's real. Nails, lashes, weaves. Like, I wouldn't have guessed. I would not have guessed.
Spoiler alert, I don't have eyebrows either.
Well, neither did Rob Zombie on the cover of Educated Horses. And trust me, I know girls be painting their eyebrows on. All right, I know this. There's a few girls I follow on social media, and I swear, like, every day their eyebrows look different, and it's a dead giveaway. It's a dead giveaway. One day they're curved, next day they're angled. Yeah.
I'm a real big fan of those extra black Sharpie marker eyebrows. I see that a lot. I live for it.
Yeah, there's definitely trends. You know, I've seen some real funny ones, like, you know, people like sharing it like a meme, like, you know, like to make fun of, you know, like I remember this one chick, she had eyebrows that people were basically calling her Shaggy Two Dope because they were so blocky, you know, so big. But yo, I need to reiterate that if you guys would like to win a free calendar from the Wickedly Beautiful Ninjettes, let me know right now in the chat. All right, and I will put you in the drawing, because we're gonna do one drawing right now in the next 10 minutes, and then if you want to win a second calendar, you could get one from Bon Bon here, or you could get any one of these Ninjettes. You get to choose your calendar. That's the best part. That I talked to Kayla about this, and instead of shipping me all the calendars, she's going to ship the winners their calendars for free. I've already paid for it. Okay. So, is there any more? Yep, there's a few more. This is Zen Turang. I can't pronounce that.
Yeah, I would help you, but I don't want to butcher that name.
Zen Tunang. Then we got Sikid. And then we got Gypsy.
Gypsy, she's my favorite.
Oh, I know. I think I know who this is. Yeah, I follow her as well. I mean, Carnival Spirits follows her. Most of these Ninjettes, I actually, you know, I'm not aware of, but the few of them that I do follow, I recognize them. And then we got Angel Shit Kicker. That's a great name. It's a great name. Mama Lotus. I recognize her.
Just too.
All right, and then here is, I guess, yeah, this is the actual. So again, if you want to win one of these calendars, you know, we only got a few more minutes left, and if you also want to win 2 calendars, well, you're entering once here in the live chat, and then you also have an opportunity to win a calendar by following the official WBN on Instagram and take a screenshot and send it to me at Carnival Spirits, and I'll enter you. Or you could like them on Facebook, and again, take a screenshot. You got to prove that you're following them on one or the other of their social media accounts, and if you do that, you're going to be in the drawing, and next week we will determine the win. Oh, by the way, that reminds me. Last week I did a giveaway, and the giveaway was for a copy of. Let me just pull this out here. So we have a giveaway for a free copy of Maddie Cypher's album, and let me just take this off the screen for a second. Okay, so this is Maddie Cypher's newest album, Appetite for Dysfunction. It features a track with me and Mastermind from Nodis right here on track 6. It's called Ghost Breath. This is my homie from Connecticut, and he dragged me out of retirement and got me to rap again, which is dope because you know, it's been a long time. It's been like 8 years since I released music. And so now I'm ready to record my sophomore album. I actually am going to be start doing that very, very soon. But we did a giveaway on this, and there were 2 entries, and I told y'all if I didn't hear from the winner by this week, that it was going to go to the runner-up. And I believe that happened. So that means Nintendo Fan Guy, you are now the runner-up, and you are now the winner. So Nintendo Fan Guy, get at me if you want this free CD, featuring a ton of fucking dope artists. It's got Lex the Hexmaster, it's got Misery, Project Born, Cage, you know, Yeah, this is dope. It's got Mastermind. It's got your boy BeastMasteR on here, so you know this is fire. And so I'm just saying that the winner did not claim his prize, and I don't want to sit on this. So Nintendo Fan Guy, you were the runner-up. If you want this CD, slide in my DMs. All right. But one more time, let's just remind everybody that we're doing a giveaway for a wickedly beautiful Ninjets 2021 calendar. And if you would like to win one, all you got to do is follow them on Instagram or like the page on Facebook and send a screenshot to me at Carnival Spirits, and you're entered. Next week, we'll do the drawing, and we'll find out who, and you get to pick your calendar. You can pick any of the Ninjets you like, or you could get this one here that has them all. You could get Bon here like I did. And next week, you're going to see these calendars on the wall behind me, and they're going to be on the wall for the rest of the year for your viewing pleasure on the BeastMasteR show.
Oh, that makes
All right.
me happy.
So looks like we got another entry. Adam Unholy wants to be signed up. And again, all of you guys, you know, that goes for you too. Ghetto Freak Show, Jazz, TGIMM, all of you guys are entered now. And if you want to enter a second time, go follow those accounts, send me the screenshots, and you know, maybe one of you wins now, and then maybe you win a second time, or maybe you know, someone else wins. I don't know. That's the way giveaways work. You know, we're not predetermining the winner. You guys are gonna be surprised by that. So shit, I think we finally did it. We hit all the topics. We handled the giveaway. Was there anything else? I mean, we didn't look at your Instagram account, but I want to plug your account too. So you guys should go follow Bonnie MILENKO on Instagram. Here's your page. You have got some amazing photos on your account.
Thank you
Like,
so much.
you are so beautiful. Look at this with the nose ring. I love that what do you call that? What kind of nose ring is that? Where it's in the middle? Septum?
Yeah.
Man, that is dope. And yeah, so you could just scroll on and on. There are so many dope photos on here.
Yes, and you'll see a lot of artwork, especially from 8up Art. There's a lot on there.
Yeah, I saw that. Again, so dope. He was one of the first people to do like a version of Yum Yum Flower once that was revealed, I remember.
Yeah, he sent me the picture of it literally on November 1st in the morning.
Wow, because we all saw that on Halloween, so it was the next day, huh? Wow. Yeah, I've seen a few, and I just can't wait. I just can't wait for the next Joker's card. I know a lot of people are upset about the pushback and all that. I mean, it's gonna happen. I'm pretty content. I mean, you know, to be patient about it. You know, when the time is right, you know, I want them to take their time with the Joker's cards. You know, I don't want to rush them. That's the way I feel. I mean, and especially with COVID and just the difficulties of working with people in tight spaces and studios and stuff. You know, I think I'm probably one of the most understanding when it comes to that shit, because I actually care about their well-being. They're not just, you know, they're not just there to entertain me, but you know, I've been following these guys for 25 years, you know, so it's what's 3 more months? Nothing. Nothing. But yeah, I also can't wait for that official Tom Wood version of Yum Yum. Oh,
I'm
know,
super excited for that.
you know that's coming. And you know, I mean, I haven't actually shared any of my future guests for the BeastMasteR show, but I'll tell you, we're gonna have Tom Wood on the show in the future. And we talked about it. You know, we're gonna have him come on the show when the time to reveal new artwork comes. So, you know, that's something to look forward to. You know, months ahead. because I've reached out to many people about doing this, and this has been one of my favorite episodes so far. You're the first guest I've had that wasn't also a YouTuber that I've done live streams with. So this is really special. This is really special to have a new face and to have just someone new to talk to about our shared interests. This is my high interest area, clearly yours as well. I just cherish friendships like ours and all the other juggalos that we know, whether they're mutual friends or, if I bring on juggalos that I know that you guys don't know, I mean, it's going to be a treat for you guys to meet some of the dope juggalos that I've had the privilege to meet over the years. And so Bonnie Milenko is just the first of many that I'm going to be bringing up on here week after week on YouTube and Facebook. We're streaming everywhere. But
well, thank you so much for having me.
I
had a blast.
The pleasure is mine, for real. All right, so we got another entry here. My dude Snow wants to get in on this. So that puts us at how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5 entries for the giveaway. And I guess we got to pick a winner. How are we going to do this, Bonnie? How are we going to pick a winner? Like, I didn't actually plan this out.
I think you should think of a number between 1 and 50 and have everybody pick a number, since they're all already here.
Okay. But what if they don't pick the number?
Whoever's the closest without going over.
Ah. All right. So I'm going to write the number down so you guys know I'm not cheating. All right. I'm going to write the number on the back of this thank you card. Okay. All right. You heard it. Pick a number between 1 and 50 right now in the chat. And whoever's the closest wins a free calendar. And that means you guys that have already whooped and wanted to enter, you guys, and also if anyone has not entered yet, you can still enter a number between 1 and 50 right now. All right, numbers are rolling in. So this is perfect. All right, now, Bonnie, we're going to let people enter, and the numbers are going to roll in. But what I do at the end of every show is I play a BstMasteR song. Now, I did give you an opportunity to pick the song, but if you didn't, I have a method for selecting a song at random that I'm looking forward to doing. It's just, but you got to let me know. If you have a song picked, you can select it. If not, I just want to show you, though, because I'm kind of proud of what I came up with here. And so I'm not trying to persuade you one way or the other, but just check this out, because there's a free picker wheel, like a random choice decider that I have put 49 BstMasteR songs on, and all I got to do is click the button in the middle and it will randomly select one of my songs.
Yeah, I want you to do that.
You do? Are you sure? Because again, if you had a song in mind, we can play that one.
No, that's awesome.
So right, there's
crazy.
There's 52 weeks in a year, right? And I did the math. We're already a few weeks into the year, so there are 49 weeks left, including today. And so there are 49 songs on the wheel, and I could spin this wheel every week for the rest of the year until we hit every single one of these songs in 2021. And I think that's the way I'm going to do it moving forward. So
awesome.
You want to do it that way?
Yeah.
All right. So
49.
All right. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I see 5 entries in the chat for the free giveaway. Again, pick a number in between 1 and 5. the closest to the number I wrote in the back of this thank you card is going to be the winner. And I'm going to spin the wheel. This is great. So I have more songs than this, but I took off certain songs, like 5 or 6 from the beginning of my career, where they're like, you know, they're my cringiest songs, my early work. And I took off, I basically think I took off all the Juggalo Agenda tracks, because there's going to be episodes in the future that are dedicated to that stuff. And I refuse to play Dear Joe and Joey just yet, because I'm going to have a whole episode dedicated to that, because this year is the 17th anniversary when I recorded that. So, all right, I'm excited. We're about to find out what the song of the week is going to be. I'm going to click this wheel. All right, here goes nothing. And it's going to have noise and confetti and all that shit. Oh, man, I hope it's a good one. All right, here. Well, it doesn't matter, because no matter what, between now and the end of the year, all these songs are going to get played eventually. So here goes nothing. Oh, all right. So, man, this is one of my first songs that I ever wrote. These are one of the poems that I wrote that I recorded. So this is one of my earliest songs. Damn. All right, I can pull this up. I just got to pull up YouTube. Let me see. BeastMasteR, the Beast. It should come right up. Yeah, here it is. So this song has a couple different versions, but the version I'm going to play for you guys is the most recent, the newer version, not the original. The original was recorded over a jacked beat, and that's the reason I don't want to play that one, because I'm afraid that it's going to get my video flagged on Facebook, because I recorded it over a Def Leppard song. Like I took like the long intro of a Def Leppard song and I looped it. And so, you know, Def Leppard with the one-arm drummer, like, and so I rapped over this dope ass, like, melodic Def Leppard instrumental that I kind of put together. So, but then I re-recorded it over a hip hop beat, and I included it on a mixtape that my homies put out back in when did this come out? Back in 2009. So I'm going to pull this up. Get the Chrome tab. All right. And then after we play this song, we will determine the winner of the giveaway. Again, if you want to enter the giveaway and win a free calendar, pick a number between 1 and 50 and drop it in the chat. And for the next 3 minutes and 33 seconds, we're going to listen to The Beast. All right, here we go.
I'm the island, victim of silence, far beyond the echoes horizon. The shore surrounded, miles away so wide. Nigga cataclysms enter the fire. Isolated, unappreciated, hesitating, breaking space, there's no escaping. Years on throat straight into the pavement, trailblazing, pseudo-mystical acumen. Unmotivated, uncooperative, taken for granted, no percentages, no significant documents, no magnificent accomplishment, battle conflicts, beginning of the end, I relapse again, blindly sidewinding, this isn't happening, till it resurfaces, you see how worse it is, see it when they get reversed from this. I am the one hiding from the sun. of the new millennium. Shine for everyone up in the dungeon, comfort zone and elevation. Hit track, rocks, sensor, modern artifacts, archives, every context, and consciousness is central. Like an elephant graveyard of perspective. Not quite what you expected. Seeing is believing, looks can be deceiving. Everything and nothing happens for a reason. Paranoia is key, tool for marketing. Intuitive, denied, scattering, burning bridges in the puzzle factory. With your amazing idiocy of humanity and embarrassment, the snaps on my skin again. They keep me surfacing, not sure how to handle it.
There's more.
I'm the beast, impossible to reach. My soul, a holy tank as it starts to leak. Pulling teeth, frozen face to face. In the mirror stage, leaving not a trace. Papers and fragments, placed before a labyrinth. Secrets and things, we are our narratives, more into it. Try to be the best, control the artifacts. Order versus chaos, here comes the avalanche. Segments of the future spelled out for all of us, based on the best-selling novel by anonymous. Take no precautions, got no tolerance. You're a show relationship, that's why I'm doubting it. At this momentum, no one can stop it. No objective, so there's no problem. Preaching for fear, the pain's too real. The voice too big to fill. What's the deal? The beast is going to kill.
Wow, I really love that song. You know, I just now am remembering that I actually I took an REM instrumental and I paid someone to turn it into a hip hop beat. So that was actually an REM acoustic, like that's the same instrument, a mandolin guitar. And
Yeah.
it's REM, so that's the same guitar that was used to record "Losing My Religion" that you're hearing on that beat.
Oh,
Yeah, because Peter Buck has this mandolin guitar, and that's the same guitar he used to record that fucking #1 hit song, and also on this one. And it's funny because this instrumental, it was like the original song. It's like a Batman theme song, but done with a mandolin guitar. It's fucking crazy. All right, so it's time to determine our winners, or at least one of the winners. And let's see. So we've got Jazzer with 17. We've got Big Will with 14. Adam Unholy with 31. Snow with 17. Thy Ghetto Freak Show with 30. And that's it for their entries. So the number I wrote down on the card is 44. So that means the winner is Adam Unholy, right?
31, yeah.
Yeah, that's the closest to it. So congratulations, Adam. You know, all you got to do is hit me up on Instagram or Facebook, and send me your information so I can give it to Kayla, because Kayla is going to mail you directly this calendar. But you also get to choose which calendar you want. So if you want to get the calendar with all the ninjets, or if you if you have a favorite, just got to let us know, and it's yours. And all of you guys have another opportunity to win. All you got to do is like the Wickedly Beautiful Ninjets Facebook page, or follow them on Instagram. Take a screenshot, send it to me. and I'm going to do another drawing next weekend and determine a second winner. So all of you guys still have an opportunity to win a free calendar, and this has been really dope. So I want to thank you again, Bonnie, for joining me, and
for having me. This has been the best.
Yeah, do you have any shout outs or anything you want to say before we wrap it up?
Oh, you can always shout out to Dick Canvas Art, shout out to 8up Art, shout out to NHNF Pencil Portraits. Does dope pencil portrait. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it because it's in plastic, but he's got great portraits all the time. That's Eric Schaefer from NHNF Pencil Portraits. Go follow 8up Art on Instagram and follow me at Bonnie MILENKO on Instagram. That's it.
I'm gonna put all those links in the description of this video. So you guys watching this after the fact, or if you're watching now, just check back on the video like tonight or tomorrow. The links will be down there for everyone. All right. That's great. So, hey, this has been fun, and I want to thank you for joining me today, and everybody else watching. You know, you guys are fucking awesome. I'm BeastMaster. Always remember to